Welcome back, everybody, to Shadow Tower Abyss. Last time, we were tricked into a organic tree spaceship by an old man, hoping to sacrifice us to what he thought was a deity. We also met the mysterious Rudolfon, who, amused at our presence, gave us a key to the tower itself. So let us go through the last door I kept open, and let's see what we can find. So over here is a door we cannot open. It is locked, but thankfully, Rudolfon gave us the key. So we'll use that. And we will enter a place that is, and that will be, rather familiar. This is basically the interior heart of the tree. In the center is an elevator, which has another slot for a key, but we have just used ours, so our objective really is go find another key. To our left is one level, and to our right is another. We are going to go right. And there we'll see our main antagonist for the zone, which are a bunch of insects. Because it's a FromSoft game. And FromSoft games require insects. And poison, but we'll get there. We'll get to the poison soon. To our right is a door we cannot open. It is locked by all of that. Gotta be extremely careful. The insects at this level can destroy you. Looks like we just found a key, and one of the insects dropped us an item. And since I want to save my high sword, I'm gonna switch to that. It's called the Infighting Mace. Very good with break. Not so good with slash, because obviously. Not so good with pierce, because obviously. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try out our new key. Which, as we'll see, works without us having to use it. We'll find ourselves here. We'll find ourselves some cunes. And another Ujat. A lot of things are random. So it always helps. Resist magic. Yeah. So you can see the magic resistances all increase because of it. Since we don't have magic right now, let's equip it. Looks like that's the only thing worth mentioning in this room, so let's move on. If you let up at all, you'll get hit by something. If you attack, you've got to commit to it, I guess. Just opened ourselves up another door. We come across a message. They don't speak. Only their bodies betray their presence. Let's thin the herd with our gun. That's some anti-venom. Handled. The anti-venom will come in later, because, like I said, it's a FromSoft game and there's gotta be poison. Let's go further in before we go back out. Looks like our mace is in a bad way. Alright. Let's see what else we've got. Just the high sword, which I guess we'll go back to. Never get super attached to anything. Everything is pretty much expendable in this game. So don't get attached. Especially in the early game, you're just going to be throwing out weapons left and right and center. But first, we come across an NPC. Who's this? You're not one of my master's servants. There's an insect hive ahead. I must defeat the ruler, there to go further. That light protects the Lord. Attacks won't work while the light shines. Long ago, my king got the spear in this tower and built an empire with its power. Its eye has the power to grant wishes. I'll rebuild our empire if I find it. The Spear King was my master. We were defeated and got separated and sent to this place. I've been here many ages and haven't found my master, the Spear King. It's been so long. I must find master and rebuild our country. So here we get a little bit of backstory about the spear in one instance. Because the Shadow Tower is a bit weird. It's... the flow of time is convoluted in the Shadow Tower. Basically, all timelines run pretty much concurrently with one another. So that's why you'll get maces and guns and bazookas and swords and samurai armor and knight armor and flight jackets all at the same time. This guy, the servant of his Spear King, has been here for gosh knows how long, and he's looking for the spear because he wants the power. He has a wish. He probably doesn't know that it is 2003 at the time this game was printed. Because time doesn't flow the same way. But there was something else he said also, that the Lord is ahead. The Lord being one of the bosses that you were told about in the steering room. And she is invulnerable while the light shines down upon her. So we'll meet her now. I am immortal. Resistance is foolish. Oh, come on. It is possible to get through that without being hit. Don't even try attacking her. She is completely invulnerable while the lights are on. So the objective is actually to turn the lights off above her. Her attack does a lot of damage, but what it also does is it damages your durability. So if you get hit a lot by her, you stand a good chance of losing pretty much everything. So now that we have basically our objectives for this level, turn off the light, defeat the Lord, move on, we basically need to wander the rest of the place to see what we can find to help us do just that. So on our left is a door we do not have a key to, which is an insect leg. And through here we have a bit of webbing covering the walls. If you walk over the webbing, you obviously go a lot slower. And here we get our first actual in-game map. The maps are FromSoft maps. The little red writing tells you where you are standing at this time. They're not great, but they're actually not terrible once you get your bearings and you understand what's going on in the level. You kind of figure it out. That said, they are primitive, which fits in with the aesthetic of the game. So let's go this way. He dies, gives us a Qn. These are old carapaces that have been used up. Just opening them up just to see if there's anything inside. And over here we find a skeleton. Searching his corpse. We don't find a whole lot, but he did write something before he died, so let's take a look. Where is the spear? Need for sacrificing. So with that bit of lore, get ourselves another Qn. Go through this hallway. Five shots. When you're new to the game, you probably want to use the gun a lot more. The gun is pretty much your get yourself out of jail card. Guns are just really powerful in this game. I think the only way they nerfed them is not having a reticule, but once you get used to it, and here, by the way, is the key that we needed. And we get ourselves another weapon, which I will replace right now because I want to conserve my high sword. It is a Heckart, which is also a mace type weapon. Because we squash insects. This room is actually quite difficult if you try to melee them, especially in a new game. They do magic attacks, and they take a lot of damage to kill. And if you retreat, you get caught up in this here webbing. I want to say there's a save. Save room down this way. Guess it's time for a heal potion. And here, not the save room I was thinking, but there is a bunch of loot. And we will take it all. Especially the heal potions, which are actual gold in this game. Take a look at Skelly. Let's take a look at the note he left us. With this, it's okay. That looks like something I don't want to super do right now. There was another door. And we will check that out now. Looks like somebody drew an arrow pointing the way towards maybe the light? Fairly lucky that he didn't hit us. Carcass of another enemy, I guess. Seems like we have run out of guidance. Ooh, someone left us a sword. Ah, thank goodness. We found a dead guy. He left us a helmet. Doesn't seem like there's anything left. So let's go to our equipment. And change helmets. Dagger for 17. Let's give it a quick save. Let's do a quick sell. Let's sell the hat. Because it's useless. Another hit will destroy it. And that's Q and you could use. Got better hide gloves. We'll keep that as a backup. Again. Sell the combat knife and the mace. Since I did see we had better gloves. Let's go with that. Quickly save it once more. And let's continue. See what's down this way. We can see that there's another point of interest down there. But before we drop down, let's see if there's another way to it. There's an arrow, so maybe we're going the right way. That went better than I thought it would. We got ourselves some armor. And another look at the map. We are there, and there's a point where we found the saved point in the shop. That's what that's referencing, those two little dots in red. Over here, we find kind of a mummified duder with a sword. We'll take that sword and that ammo and tell ourselves the obvious. We're gonna reload, switch back. Make our way this way. So it seems that we have come across a rather interesting predicament. We have the arrows telling us to keep going. He's gonna drop us a thing we're gonna take a look at, and we're gonna keep running. Not so certain I want to fight spooters now. And here is the thing I hate the most in this game. Flying. Flying enemies. Oh, come on. I hate flying enemies so much. Oh boy, I don't have enough ammo for this at all. That at all. Alright. We found ourselves in a different place. We found ourselves a new gun. And a pouch of ammo. And we confirm that he's dead. What does he write? The bugs keep appearing here. There is no doubt about the Queen's secret. I am the last of those who stayed behind to secure this place. I still can't find the key. Where are they now? And he just repeats. And this looks to be the Queen's door, but we need to find a specific key to get in. Which we do not have quite yet. So let's keep exploring. That didn't really go well for me. We did get new pants. So... And we almost broke our gloves. So we'll go back to these. Doesn't seem like very much of anything but a trap. Alright, so we've been through there. Our little dagger is having an issue. And that is us paralyzed. Status effects. Pretty sure that means game over. Let me see. Cannot move. Well, that went way worse than it did last time. But I'm gonna remember to put on my fear quilted hide. And then I remember to take that. It's a low sword. We're going to be using that for a little bit. Take that. Take his ammo. Remember that he's super dead. Take that healing potion. Kill this guy. Instead of going straight through, we're gonna take that jump that we didn't take before. Somebody died with a rock falling down, and we get something special. The insect eye, which should open the queen's door. And we got ourselves a helmet. I finally got the key. Somebody. See if there's any other goodies hanging around. And there's somebody else. Yeah, some cunes, and that's about it. Looks like he broke his ankle. As far as the other stuff, it's hard to see. 390. And that's how that works. It doesn't take actual cues, it eats your health. So we're gonna get ourselves out of here. More ammo. And he's still dead. Oh, how adorable. They must be so pleased with themselves. And this is what we call a soul pod. There are two. There's the white ones and there are the black ones. The black ones give more, but they're usually held by sub-bosses, which we died to earlier. That's why I went all the way out there. The areas where the black ones are a lot harder than the normal level. But you get a soul pod. And he's dead. But the white ones are done when you complete a major thing. So we can't go up that way. So we're gonna go back this way. Alright. Put that away. Wait for them to do their cycle one more time and we're gonna jump off. And we're gonna save it because we actually did quite a bit in a short time. And I think we're gonna go harass a queen. let's try out our new gun. It's a single shot weapon, which isn't my favorite, but we'll try it out. Whoops! Did I do that? Whoopsie daisy! Oh, I don't want to do that right now. I want to get another save in before we go running at the queen. So let's go backwards. Oh no, that's towards the soul pod. Just threw quite a few dangerous enemies. Probably too dangerous for me right now. Right. Save. Fool! Nothing changes. This isn't over. I don't know. Kind of looks over to me. Just saying. So with the queen dead, we get ourselves a ring. And with this ring, we get ourselves magic. Yeah. So now there's a stamina bar for magic. Magic is the square button. And a way forward has manifested. Some new armor. Snazzy. It's pretty much worse than what we've got. So we'll let that be. Over here we've got a crystal, which is kind of important, so let's take a look at it. This is a purity crystal. It radiates holy light and purifies all poisons. There's a big puzzle that we have to do later that requires them, and it is your first one. Because there's a poison area in a FromSoft game. Because obviously. And here we are. Just give you guys a quick taste at what we're looking at. This is the violent poison area. Ow! That hurt a lot. So that is poison. We do have anti-venom. Use that. Grab this. And we'll be back in here sometime soon. It's for a different episode. What can I get rid of? Alright. So now that we've seen one of our upcoming levels, let's get to a place where we can wrap up. And let's say hi to our NPC friend. He has nothing new to say. And with the bare hand. And so, I just wanted to let you know that bosses in this game are kind of anticlimactic. The Spider Queen that we defeated with 2 flintlock shots was the boss of that level. And really, most of her fight is figuring out how to turn off the lights above her and to make her vulnerable. That's really it. There's one boss in this game that I pretty much remember being a pain in the butt, and that should be the next one. Hopefully I have enough gun ammo for it. But with one boss completed, we've completed the level. There's still a few bits of ephemera, getting the black soul pod and going through the challenge area that we died in a little bit earlier. That's something we should do before we leave the level entirely, but we've got leave the floor entirely, I should say. But we do have a different part of the floor to go through. So that'll be the next episode, and I hope you join me for that. It should be a lot of fun before we go traipsing around in the poison area. So I hope you join me, and thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time on Shadow Tower Abyss. See you later, everybody.